Hello, I'm Teamplay and I'm Goa's UK Game Master for League of Legends. Today I'm going to give you some tips on how to handle turrets. First of all, here's what will happen if you attack a turret on your own in early game. As you can see, it's definitely not the smartest move. Now we will try it again, but this time Taliesin has brought some minions with him. As you can see, the turret will attack the first unit to come within range. And if this first unit is a minion, the turret will ignore your champion until the last minion dies. The only thing you have to worry about is who will take damage for you. You should retreat before the last minion dies and leave you exposed. In the following example, we'll illustrate why you shouldn't attack a champion while he's in range of one of his own turrets. If you attack an enemy champion, the enemy turret will attack you even if you're still surrounded by friendly minions. If you want to destroy the turret, ignore the champions as much as possible. Last but not least, you can of course use turrets for your own protection. In this example, Boss has walked into Taliesin's trap. When he realises that he can't win this duel, Boss retreats to the safety of his own turret, with Taliesin in hot pursuit but unable to deliver the killing blow. Careful though, some players will be willing to die to kill you. Hello, I'm Teamplay and I am the UK Game Master for League of Legends. Today I want to tell you something about champion abilities. Let's have a look at Fiddlestick's abilities. Fiddlesticks is a spellcaster who relies on fear to disable his enemies. First, he uses Darkwind, a spell that bounces from one target to the next, inflicted damage on impact. The second of Fiddlestick's abilities is called Terrify and forces the target to run around helplessly for a few seconds. His third ability is Fearmonger, a dreadful spell that allows Fiddlesticks to drain the life force of his victim and add it to his own. Finally, his ultimate is Crowstorm, a living circle of death. Abilities are useful when used on their own, but are even more powerful when used in a combo. Watch closely how Fiddlestick's first ability disables his enemy and allows him to safely drain his helpless prey with his second ability. Another good example is Singed. At first it looks like his poison trail would be very useful here because Fiddlesticks is running away, but with his toss ability, Singed can throw his enemy over his shoulder and into the gas cloud. But ability combos are also effective for killing minions. In this example, Twitch sneaks up on a large body of enemies. When he is behind them, he instantly kills them with his Expunge ability, before finishing off the rest with his ultimate, Spray and Pray. You can also pick the right champion to create a powerful combination with your summon spells. Just have a look. Taliesin is hiding in the jungle while the other fights in a nearby lane. His ultimate needs a few seconds to build up, but when it is nearly ready, he uses his summoner spell Flash to jump directly into the battle. Hello, and welcome to the third tips and tricks video for League of Legends. My name is Teamplay and I am the UK Game Master here at Goa. This tips and tricks video will give you some pointers on what inhibitors are, how they work and why you should be very careful not to let them fall to the enemy. As you can see, there are 3 inhibitors in each team's base. Each inhibitor is located directly behind a turret at the end of one of the 3 lanes. This means you'll have to destroy a lane's 3 turrets before you can get to its inhibitor. So what do inhibitors do? Their job is to suppress the evolution of enemy minions on the lane they control. In other words, if you lose one, each enemy minion wave on that lane will have a super minion in it. Super minions are much nastier than their ordinary cousins. They can wipe out minion waves, quickly destroy buildings and even kill overconfident champions. So is the loss of just one inhibitor the end of the game? Well, not necessarily. You see, inhibitors respawn after a few minutes, so when you lose one, it can be wise to defend your base for a while, before launching a devastating counterattack when it's back up. But remember, taking the loss of an inhibitor too lightly is the shortest trip to losing. Losing just one inhibitor might not be the end of the world, but losing another 1 or 2 is a totally different matter. If you have lost all of your inhibitors and the enemy has all of his up, you can safely tell your friends you'll be ready for a new game very soon. Or tell your mum you'll be down for dinner in just a minute.
Hello all, my name is Venarian and I'll be taking over for Teamplay for this 4 tips and tricks video, and this time we'll tell you a bit about Teamplay. Teamplay is key to winning the game. Here we can see some uncoordinated attacks. Of course they do damage, kill a champion, or destroy a turret in time, but it's not very effective. Everyone is alone, no one is giving any real support to his teammates. When a well-coordinated group fights a group of lone wolves, they will crush them. Of course, you can chat with your teammates to coordinate an attack, but there is a feature implemented in the game that will do just the trick, the ping. See the little exclamation mark found on the minimap? By pushing the G key on your keyboard, you can mark whatever you want. Meeting points in the middle of the map, enemy champions to attack, enemy structures to destroy with your righteous fury, or your own structures, should your team need to defend them. Another teamwork tactic is called pushing. This is when you and your teammates gather together and charge the foe, seeking to obliterate as many enemies and turrets in one lane as possible in one lightning strike. So gather your teammate, stay together and help each other out. If the enemy isn't reacting fast and in strength, they'll soon be on the back foot. And a really great team may manage to drive them all the way back to the base. Finally, we want to show you that executing a trap requires solid coordination. Use the ping, use the chat, or whatever means you have available, but stay in constant contact with your teammates and help each other. As you can see here, if you do so, you can wipe out the whole enemy team, and that will give you a great advantage. Hi all, and welcome to the 5th tips and tricks video for League of Legends. My name's Amir, and today we're going to tell you about those unsung heroes of the game, minions. All minions are born in the Nexus. Every 30 seconds, 6 of these guys will spawn and head along each lane towards the enemy base. Every third wave, one of the minions will roll into battle on a cannon, giving his allies some extra firepower and the enemy heavy things falling from the sky to worry about. If no champion interferes, your minions will be quite happy to charge the enemy all on their own. Just remember, they will react to all enemy threats, including your own champion. Of course you can't control the minions, but you can lure enemy minions out of their lanes, as you can see here. Cannon Riders aren't the only special minions you'll encounter. If an inhibitor is destroyed, one minion will evolve into the mighty Super Minion. Unlike the Cannon Rider, one of these brutes gets added to every wave of minions on the lane where the inhibitor has fallen, until the inhibitor respawns. There are other ways to influence the little guys without ruining their day with your powerful abilities. The most basic of these are Smite and Heal. Smite will ruin their day, it will just do it quicker, while Heal of course does the exact opposite, and heals not only your champion but every allied unit in a certain range, including minions. Using Promote changes the minion into a Siege Rider, increasing its power and health. Rally increases their health regen and increases their base damage. Deep in the forest, you'll run across wolves, wraiths and golems lurking beneath the trees. These guys will attack you or your enemy indiscriminately. However, the gold and experience for taking them out is well worth the effort. Just be aware they are far stronger than regular minions, so don't go hunting too soon in the game. Even stronger is the Ancient Golem. If you're able to kill him, he not only gives you mere gold and XP, but you'll also receive a buff. Also keep an eye out for the crafty Lizard Elder. If you defeat him, his buff will increase your movement and combat abilities. Deadlier still is the Dragon, seen here in Mortal Kombat with the rum-soaked, scurvy-afflicted Gangplank, who's doing quite well considering he's a drunken pirate. Nothing, however, compares to the dread power of Baron Nashor. Suitably marked by a huge, ominous red skull on the map, you're going to need a team of high-level champions to stand the slightest chance of beating him up, stealing his gold, and running away with his magical rewards. On a final note, we're really proud of the little blighters. Whether you're fighting with them or against them, they're absolutely awesome. We've even created a webcomic in their honour, The League of Minions, so go give it a read. Ahoy all, this is Amir. I'm the English Community Manager for League of Legends, and today we're going to be giving you a tour of the Summoner system. After logging in, you can see the League of Legends launch page. Here you'll get all the latest news updates, and be able to choose whether to jump straight into a game, tweak your summoner to suit your playstyle, or take a look at all the champions on offer. Taking a look at the summoner profile, you can get an overview of how you're performing. Next to your avatar, you'll find your name, and beneath that your current experience and level. To get an idea of how your last few games went, you can also check out the recent matches. Here you can see just how many runes you have available for each tier, along with the champion you've been using most often. This is a good way of finding out just who you've got the most experience with. On the champion tab, you can bring up a full list, from Alistair to Zillion, of all the champions available in the game. You can also choose to check out a specific style of character by clicking the tabs to the side. You might want an assassin, but specifically an assassin who can hold their own in a straight up fight, or a fighter who can throw spells even as they hack, slash and slaughter the enemy. You can get more detailed information on champions by clicking on the scroll in the corner of their portrait. You can get an outline for the champion's basic statistics in a format for quick viewing, and this will give you a good idea of their strengths. You can also get the full ability list for the champion. Alongside their normal abilities, you can see their ultimate and their passive. This tab shows you some basic tips and tricks, and the items and runes which are recommended for this champion. Finally, you can get a good look at the character's background and storyline. Moving on to spells, you can get a glimpse of what powers your summoner can choose from. You gather these as you level up, and here you can see what each individual spell does alongside a visual image of its effect in game. You're able to choose 2 of these per match, and whichever you pick will have an impact on your playstyle, be it healing the sick with heal, or battering healthy minions over the head with smite. Unsurprisingly, the buddy tab contains a complete list of your friends, and from here you can take a gander at their profiles, drop a random message to discuss things like the weather. Masteries are the bread and butter of summoner customization. Split into trees for offense, defense and utility, the 30 points you gather through leveling up will define your playstyle. You can mix and match these, for example, by putting some points into defense and others into utility, or just choose to go all out attack. It's totally up to you. Finally, we got the rune system. This allows you to customize even further. We'll be going into the options available through runes in an upcoming video, so for now just enjoy the pretty colours. Okay guys, that's all for this week. Hope you found the information useful. Be sure to check our website for all the latest news, and we'll see you again soon.